Hola chicas, ¿cómo estás? Or in German we would say Moin, wie geht dir das? In English, hello and welcome to everybody who clicked on this video. Feel free to take a cup of tea again. Just take the time for yourself to calm down, sit down, chill, and relax. So I had some thoughts in the past days, and I wrote them down so that I can remember myself what I want to talk about in these videos. And I hope that the camera light is all right. And yeah, so one thing that came up to my mind was accept the speed of my personal development. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have to talk about this topic because it will give you the opportunity to really be aware of what you also do to other people, and that you always get what you put out. And I know you might know everything about this topic, right? But let me explain it to you. Take a cup of tea and let me just talk to you about this topic, because I'm sure that this is something that you might never thought about. What I talk about is that we would always say, yeah, I know, I have to accept myself, I have to accept my partner, I have to accept my family members the way that they are, right? But the fact is, in reality, in real life, it is always like that we would say things like, oh, even to ourselves, oh, I'm not good enough at this thing, or I should do more, I should become more healthier, I should be this, I should be that. And we sometimes aren't aware of the way we talk to ourselves. And then what we do is, and that is the most energy killer, when we then go out to other people and talk to them like this. Oh, you said you want to become healthier, you should do this, you should do that. Somehow we would start in discussion with other people, but it is not our life. Why should I take so much time and energy in thinking about why other people do the things that they do, the way they do? And I even sometimes catch myself doing that. For example, to my family members, I would say things like, oh yeah, I try to accept it, but it is sometimes hard. And you said you would do this and that. Did you already? And then they would say, oh yeah, but not like not this fast. It takes time. It takes time. And something in my heart feels then at that moment, angry. I have this feeling of being angry and sad and disappointed. And then what we often do is we say, oh yeah, but you said you would start the diet today, or oh, the neighbor said you would start the diet today, or last week, or whatever, right? But that is so crazy that we spend so much time about thinking what other people do and why they should do the things the way that they do, because it is not our life, it is their life, and it takes us so much energy thinking about it. You cannot change other people, and I always catch myself having these emotions then, especially when I'm with my family. But what I do then is I ask myself, all right, Daria, just think about it. Why do I feel like this? Do I have expectations? And why? I mean, if there is somebody who comes to me and would tell me, hey, Daria, you said you would start the diet. Hey, Daria, you said you would do more sport. Hey, Daria, you said you would clean the house. I know that that person only wants good for himself sorry, for him or herself, but also for myself. And understanding this might be hard now for you, but why do we expect that that person who tells us all these things wants like only bad for us? What we would start to do, the way we would react when we are not aware of our emotions, when a person comes to us and tells us, hey Daria, you said you wanted to clean the kitchen, why didn't you do that? We would always try to defend ourselves. This is the first thing, because maybe I interpretate the thing that person said to me or did to me in a different way. I would maybe then react like, hey, but I told you I would do that. Please give me time. Why would you say that to me? And you also didn't clean the bathroom. You're not better than me, right? So we would start this discussion. And the question you can always ask yourself is, does it bring you anywhere? And the answer is always no. Because discussion doesn't bring you to good feelings. It might bring you to finding solutions, of course, but when your emotion is so strong that you cannot react the way that you want to do, then it can be really hard for you to react kindly, to have a good discussion, to have a good communication. And it is all about communication. Like, you can argue with a person, you cannot agree with that person, you can fight with that person, it doesn't matter, as long as you can calm down your emotions, as long as you can control your emotions, as long as you can stay calm and focused and be aware of your emotions, of the feelings of the other person. But English is so funny to talk. Crazy. And yeah, I really hope that you do understand what I say. And if so, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you won't miss any video. Prost. It is really nice to have a cup of tea with this tiny little cutie thing. Just look at it. I like that so much. Okay, come back to the topic. Thing is that I just want you, and I want all this world to understand that. That's why I talk in English. I want to reach out to so many people out there because I'm so happy. You know, it feels so great when you just found solutions to be aware of your feelings, of your thoughts in your subconscious mind, having a good self-reflection, always becoming better step by step. And you know what? Even thinking about it is the first step, or one step of a lot of other steps. And it is so much fun because everything grows in nature, trees, plants, everything. And so can we. We shouldn't only grow physically, also spiritually, you know, mentally, emotionally. And that is where happiness comes from. And, you know, that's why it is important to accept the speed of my personal development. That is what I want to talk about, because if I don't accept myself and accept the speed of my personal development, of the things I want to do the way I do, if it is with sport, if it is with psychological things, topics, it can be hard for me to accept also other people's speed, you know. And that then what I do is, or we do as human beings, we would start to do this. You are not good enough. You should do this. You should do that. And we would start to talk about their lives But this is what we should do. We should just first start with our life, and then we can keep going. Because you know what? When you find your inner peace in your heart, honestly, there is your soul, and it is so peaceful. It comes from a really peaceful place. And when you once found that peace, you even feel love for your biggest enemies, honestly. Of course, there are some people who trigger me, and then sometimes I say, I don't like you. But even for them, I have love. Yes, I would say that. Oh, man. And sometimes I also, when people tell me, oh, Daria, sometimes you are really childish, right? I would say, yeah, because I let my inner child free. I let my inner child talk about the way she want to talk about, and she want to do it. So it is so much fun. Mm, yes, that is, 11 minutes. Wow, okay, that went fast. All right, and then I have also 2 other topics. Oh, yes. Maybe I talk about it in the next video. It is about bullying in school, and focus and concentration, private teaching. I have a lot of experiences, believe me. I have so many experiences in life. I made so many experiences that I can tell so many stories. But I don't want to tell you everything. So that's why I just try to pick up one of all the stories. Yeah, and with that said, just take your time, give yourself the time for the speed, and also give other people the opportunity, right? And as long as you are only focused on other people's lives, how can you then change your life? You should always start in your heart, in your soul. Find your inner peace, and then go out and spread it. And then you become successful with whatever you do, no matter which job you have. You have to find the definition for your success. What is the definition of success for you? Find that out and have a good self-reflection. Communicate kindly and give yourself the time for your own speed. As I always say, it is your life, it is your decision and your own speed. And if I can do that, so can you. That's it with POA-LIFE. See you soon. Bye. My voice changed.